Welcome to Mailbox Monday for February 18th. I already did this video once and YouTube for some reason just disappeared it, so I don't know what happened. So we're going to do it again. I got a lot of books this week. I got two for review that were ebooks. The first one was Game Board of the Gods by Rochelle Mead, and that is the first in her new adult series. I believe it's an adult series that comes out in June, and I got that through Edelweiss to review. I also got a book called The Rainbow Virus to review, which I got mainly because I'm doing this color-coded reading challenge where I need to read a book that has a color pattern in the name, and rainbow is a color pattern. And that's a really stupid reason to ask for a book for review, but it sounded kind of cool. It's supposed to be about some guy who makes all these viruses and releases them on the population, so I don't know. Sounded cool. Then I got three books from the library. The first one is Etiquette and Espionage, which is the first in Gail Carriger's new young adult series called Finishing School. I like Gail Carriger. Her female characters are very funny, and she always sets it in kind of a steampunk type world, Victorian era type thing. So I'm really looking forward to reading this. I was kind of bummed when her last series was finished because I really enjoyed it. The second book I got from the library is Rift by Andrea Kramer, and this is the first book in the Nightshade prequel series. The second book is Rise, and that just came out recently. I really like the Nightshade trilogy. I like the action, the world, the characters, so I'm excited to read this, and I hope it's good. The third book I got from the library is Scarlet, which is the second book in the Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. The first book was Cinder, and I got it to review last year and really enjoyed it. These are great stories. Cinder was based on the tale of Cinderella. Scarlet is based on the tale of Red Riding Hood, although the Cinderella story does continue in here. These are sci-fi novels. They've got a little bit of a steampunk feel to them. They're young adults, but they feature older characters, so characters that are 18, 19 years old. And they have cyborgs and lots of action and a really interesting world. So if you want something young adult that's a little different, I highly recommend this. I love the fact that they're based on fairy tales, but they add a lot more to the world and make kind of a epic soap opera, not soap opera, space opera type story. Alright, then I got one book for Valentine's Day for my husband, and that was Ravaged by Samson. This is the third and final book in the Deviant series. The first book in that series was Vesper, and the second was Habit. I really like the series, and I'm kind of surprised it's not more popular. It's a young adult paranormal type series where the kids find out that they've been genetically modified in a way that makes them have multiple personalities, one of which includes being a werewolf. So, I don't know, I like it. They're action-packed, they're easy to read, I like the characters. They're more action-based than romance-based, so maybe that's why they're not quite as popular with the young adult crowd, I don't know. But if you do like action-based paranormal young adult books, I recommend this series, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how everything wraps up. The second book, okay, so then I bought some books. The first of those is The Mirrored Shard by Kittredge. This is the third and final book in the Iron Codex series. The first book was The Iron Thorn, and the second book was The Nightmare Garden. These all feature Aoife, her name is Aoife Grayson, and she grew up in the city of Lovecraft and had a mom that went insane, and she's struggling herself not to go insane and got dragged off to this evil fairy world, and she's just such a very tragic heroine, and the books have such a gothic Lovecraft type feel to them. I really enjoy the atmosphere in them, and I also enjoy what a horrible heroine this girl is. She just makes such bad decisions, and they're decisions that are just going to end the world, and she's trying to do them for the best reasons, and she's just kind of fun to read about in kind of a dark way, I guess. But I love this series. It's really creative and one of the most creative young adult series I've read for a while, so I've been enjoying it. I picked up two books at Half Price Books. The first one was Under the Never Sky by Veronica. I know a lot of you guys have read this. I found it at Half Price Books in really nice condition for $7 and was excited to get it. And then when I opened it up, I was really surprised to see that this happens to be a signed copy of Under the Never Sky. So that's pretty exciting, and it was still like $7 Half Price book. So I was excited and I bought it. And eventually I'll even read it. The other one I picked up, half-price books, that was a surprise is The God Machine by Shander. This is I have no idea what this was until I picked it up, and then I looked it up online and read a little bit about it. The artwork is absolutely stunning, and I love finding these full-color fantasy graphic novels with all this really neat artwork in it. I'm trying to find here. It's very gothic, fairy tale, cartoony type style artwork, and it's just absolutely stunning. I'll probably be reading it soon and let you guys know how it is. I just love finding these little things like this. And graphic novels are kind of expensive, but you go to Half Price Books, you can pick them up, and sometimes there's some really crazy stuff. And then the last book I actually got for my husband as a Valentine's Day present, but I'm going to talk about anyways because I will probably read it as well. And that's The Era of Navran by Michael J. Sullivan. This is the third and final book in the Rieria Revelations, and I probably said that wrong, but whatever. If you like fantasy or epic fantasy, this is a really fun series. It's an epic fantasy series that has a great world, great characters, both strong female and male characters. There's not a lot of the unpleasant stuff in here, like torture and killing people and stuff like that. They're more fun, but it's still a really solid fantasy world that's been created. The characters have a great sense of humor, and they're just fun to read. They're long books. I mean, they're epic fantasy length, but they're fun characters, and I really enjoy reading them. It's like an epic fantasy when you read it and you don't feel like, oh my gosh, I'm so depressed, the whole world is ending. They're actually more fun than that. So I've been enjoying them. And Michael J. Sullivan's working on a new series as well. So I'm excited to see what that is. And that is what I got for this week. If you're on my blog, you can see the books below. If not, you just saw most of them except for the ebook. I hope that you guys have a great week of reading and that you got some wonderful books, and I will talk to you next week. Okay, bye.